student here and also an associate lecturer on occasions. What I want to talk to you about briefly today is something I've called Eclectic thoughts. I've been teaching, researching and doing things for many, many years, and oftentimes you'll find out that you're asked to teach something somebody else wants you to teach. So it's not often you get the opportunity to talk about something you want to. One of the things that's always been in my mind is the world full of stuff, things that you don't actually get taught or told about as part of university learning. And that is how to actually learn and how to actually think about yourself. So what I want to do today is just very quickly explore a couple of ideas with you about managing yourself, managing your time and managing your knowledge. Because I think personally these are three of the really critical things that every single student or anybody who's in a learning environment should know about. So first thing is about managing yourself, mindfulness. Has anyone ever heard about mindfulness as a genre? Anyone come across it? No, that's interesting. In a way, it's all about meditation, self-reflection, the voice in your head. It's understanding what makes you tick. Because I believe personally, unless you know what makes you tick, it makes it very difficult for you to communicate and explain things to other people. So throughout this, I've given you a whole list of websites and things to look at, because obviously in 5 minutes I can only really skim the surface. So mindfulness is your inner self, your inner voice, your inner reflection. There's a very good thing out there called Myers-Briggs, which is a personality profiler. And the Myers-Briggs work has got an academic basis, and that is basically personality profiling. There's 16 different types of personality. The thing you probably have heard about is introverts and extroverts, but that's got nothing to do with how loud you are, it's about how you see the world. An introvert, their world is in their head. An extrovert is very much about the people and the surroundings. So I've shared with you a website called Eclectic. You can go on there and actually do an online personality profile. That will give you a sheet which will explain a lot about yourself, your values and how you think. It's not totally comprehensive, but it's a very useful indicator. Neuro-linguistic programming, something I mentioned yesterday, that's very much about how to communicate with people. And again, very useful information there to learn how to communicate and how to talk to people. Moving on, just a couple of other very quick things I'll only just mention in passing. Mind Tools, that website is just full of very useful stuff. All the management models and lots of other things. A useful song to have a listen to is Sunscreen by Baz Luhrmann. That's a really good mantra for life. You'll find that fascinating. And on the bottom, a poem that was written a long time ago by Rudyard Kipling. That, again, has got some very useful stuff to support mindfulness. Now, managing your time, I think that's absolutely vital. That website there has got a whole list of tools and techniques. But there's things like Getting Things Done, GTD, Franklin Covey, lots of things that will help you about time planning and resource planning. That then comes back to yourself and the mindfulness bit about developing yourself. And it's always good to have a set of milestones and know where you're going in life. So those websites will help you have a listen and a look at some things to help you plan your own future and career. Steve Jobs' talk he did to the Stanford University students is absolutely inspirational. 5-10 minutes long, really worth listening to. And the Brian Tracy book, again, one of the most valuable things I've ever listened to. Managing your knowledge, something we take for granted, but not everybody does. I was having a chat yesterday over coffee with a couple of you. There's a site out there called Evernote. And Evernote is a free-to-use knowledge management site where you can just dump all your tacit knowledge. When you leave here, you'll still be learning. But by having a place to put all your non-academic stuff and all your academic stuff, you've got it for later. Again, Dropbox is a website which will let you collect all your files and keep them on the web, and they synchronise down to your phone and your home PC. So somewhere to keep all your university knowledge, but keep adding outside stuff, somewhere to keep all your files. And Library Thing is a website where you can put in ISBN numbers and copies of good books you've found, and it's something that will stay with you. All three of those are completely free. And finally, there's all the website links. I'll find a way of letting Nyla share these with the group if they want them afterwards, but that's what I wanted to say very briefly. Hope you found that useful. Any questions while we've still got probably 30 seconds left? Okay, in that case, thank you very much.